Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it as always. Today we're checking out indieVelo. We've downloaded it. We've put it on the computer. I've had it downloaded for a bit. I just never got around to riding, mainly because we've started riding outside, and of course we do the Zwift race once a week. So what we're gonna do is take a look at things. If you're jumping in, please do let us know in the chat. We're just gonna explore, check some things out, see what's going on, and set things up. And we'll take it from there. We'll see how it all kind of goes. So hopefully we got this set up properly. Ooh, we do. We do. So we're in the hub. We've obviously gone through some of the initial kind of screens. We connected our accounts. Rider profile, much like Zwift, weight, height, all that kind of stuff. Racing license, kind of cool. I've not put mine in there, but national governing body ID, UCI ID, which is kind of cool. UCI events there. Active team. You can search team name. You can set up your own team. They've got their jerseys. It's kind of neat. You can see a lot of teams getting in there with their jerseys, which I think is super cool. In fact, probably more so than I would say Zwift, because this list goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Anyways, on to the next thing, our display avatar. So clothing. I guess. Keep it simple. It's gonna go red and black, I think, or maybe that'll work. Yeah, that'll work for that. Gloves. I don't like the avatar keeps on spinning. You can't really see what you're changing. There we go. 249.10.0. $249. Oops. 49. Oh my God. Keyboard's too far away. 249. 10.0. There we go. Go like that. Music's a bit loud. Since when do I have music? Is that better, Zwifty? I shouldn't have any. Oh, it does. There we go. Well, we'll just turn that right down. No, they've changed something in OBS. Like, actually, normally on Mac, they didn't root the music. Hopefully, that's a lot better. Hopefully, that's a lot better. So we can fully customize our jersey there. Socks. Let's go socks. More black socks. Shoes, black shoes, hair. Ooh. Man bun. Dreadlocks, afro. You got the Zwifty afro. Braid, bob. I'm not having a man bun. I'm gonna go crew cut. Custom glasses. Anybody actually watches me ride knows that I actually do ride with pink glasses. Helmet. Black. What about as exciting as it comes. Frame. Custom racing frame. We got red, white and black. Wheel set. We'll go racing. Definitely need a goatee. I don't think you can, there's no facial hair. Follow friends. I don't know if I have any friends on here. Do I have any friends? Who knows? If you're in there, let me know. We'll definitely give you a follow. Training zones. I've got power, cadence, and heart rate. You can set your zones up by either, depending on, I guess, how you want to train, which is kind of cool. Looks like it'll be color coordinated, which is cool. Activity history, there will be none. Hey, Beeble Rocks, how you doing? Race history, we have none. What else we got? Ranking history, no data, no endurance, no time trial, no climbing. And critical power, it'll show nothing because we've done nothing. All right. Options. Looks like we can organize a team, organize events. Let's see, organize teams. Finding teams to organize. So we've got no team, so let's get back to pairing equipment. Turn on the heart rate monitor. Let's see if it finds stuff pretty quick. I need to get on and have a belly user ID. All right. So far scanning and nothing. Select pairing. I think it is asking me to go Bluetooth. No? Interesting. There we go. Let's try this way. Select. All right, Bluetooth is activated. Let's take a look in the system settings. All right. Yes, we're going to go that way. Trainer settings. Power meter preferred, graphics, audio, blah, 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 pair equipment. Let's try that again. I mean, to be honest, if you do YouTube and you race, you're gonna sit with Zwift. I'm on a year contract, so I mean, it's not like I have anything to worry about for another 10 months. No, Zwift isn't active, so it shouldn't be paired to Zwift at all. Let me just make sure that I've got no apps running on my phone, which is sometimes a problem. 600 apps open. So first problem we're finding obviously is, just so you guys know, I am on a MacBook Pro. I'm on I think an M2 chip device. Runs fine with that, runs fine with Trainer Road, runs fine with Zwift. For whatever reason, it is not oops. A little full screen here, which will change some stuff. See if it makes a difference. And that'll change how OBS is seeing it. Yeah, wow, so clutch. You can't use either. I wonder what the deal is there. I wonder if it's a setting. Try select below where it says Smart Trainer in case you need to select it first time round. We will give that a shot. Now you see I'm running power meter pedals and the trainer, so I'm just going to exit for a second and reboot here. Maybe that'll make a difference. And we're just going to adjust our screen. I typically don't like running things in full screen mode. And it appears we have crashed something here. Go application capture. Negative. Well, we're just breaking stuff left, right, and center now. There we go. There we go. Let's go options, or the hub. Well, it was the hub, wasn't it? Pair equipment. There we go. We just needed to reboot. We have success. So let's select at the Wahoo kicker. Select. I'm going to go Wahoo kicker. We're going to select. We're going to go with the Scosh. We're going to select. And we got the Asioma. So everything's connected. So you can see 2 power meters running. Trainer versus pedals. It's nice, you got the power left, so 67% on the Asiomas, 91% on the heart rate monitor. Actually a nice touch. Very nice touch, I like that. Mainly because this guy, the Rhythm, which I wear up here when I'm not wearing the chest band, which I just kind of wear casually, doesn't have anything to tell you how much power is left in there. So having it available there is pretty cool. Definitely on and off for the win. Whoop. So that's good. Power meters seem close-ish. There is a bit of lag between them. I do find that interesting. That there's a more immediate. Let me slow down here. Kind of an immediate response up by the kicker versus the Asioma. It could be just because it's 2 readings, but generally okay. Let's go okay. User interface settings. Show HUD, pan slowly, color spectrum. We'll just leave that. Profile, power meter data, power smoothing. Let's go 3 seconds. PNG, sprint indicator color, FPS counter. Okay. We're gonna go with that. Broadcast settings, what's that? indieVelo can broadcast live JSON formatted. Oh. Oh, oh, excellent, excellent. Excellent. That is kind of cool. You can definitely yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. But I'm not part of the Founders Club, so I can't even touch that at the moment. That is definitely very cool. You know, that takes out, I mean, most of you guys are probably running sauce anyways. So that's kind of neat. And, you know, for guys like Doom Guy is going to definitely have some fun with that. All right, so profile. What do we got? Challenges. 9 days remaining total distance. So we got some people hitting 1,000 kilometers on the training. That just tells me that, yeah, you need to go outside. I don't care who you are. Go the hell outside, ride your bike outside a little bit. That's too much. Unless you're doing like more than that outside, and then I'll shut my mouth. Sprinters climb. Looks like they've got some stuff. We've got events. So we got a 20 kilometer port in the velodrome. 2 minutes. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. You all 20. We got one racer. I'm not warm. This is going to be inside good, outside bad. 40 laps, 10 sprints, 20 kilometers, 0 win. Performance verification. This event is subject to simple performance verification. To ensure fair competition for all riders, make sure your height and weight is set accurately. If anything, I'm overweight. Smart trainer independent power meter is paired. I got both. Equipment is calibrated, working correctly. Better be. Checks will be performed throughout the event and riders removed from the race in real time if they appear to be gaining undue advantage or cheating. Okay. So we're okay here. That's kind of cool. Velodrome, points race. Now I wonder how you change the HUD on this. Ten sprints, 40 laps, 1 minute. Ooh. Pen closed. All right. We've been placed in a pen. These are probably all fake people. Does it kick you if you're unrealistically crap? Probably. And we'll see what happens there. Hey, Sad Curly, welcome to the stream. Like I said, we're probably not going to go terribly hard here because I'm not really warm. And this is a sprint race, so it's going to be slow then fast. I will say it's weird in the sense that I don't recognize myself by jersey. Trying to get them. All right, so on the left we can see the draft. Ooh, we got a route complete. Check it out. Route is complete. I like the bottom here. You got that little lap counter, position counter. So it looks like, I like this, we've got preems, right? So this is going to be civil until it's not. Now it's cool you can set up events too. Wow, what a difference between my trainer and the power meter. It's like all over the map. Now, is it go on green or is it go now? Okay, Mark is the real guy. Yeah, the draft is more or less green. When I signed up, he was signed up. He was the only guy signed up, so it is noted that he is real. Everybody else are bots, I think. There could be more, but there's no way to tell otherwise. Ooh, I do like that group setting. See, everything I like about Sauce is kind of nicely put in here. Now, I don't know how you move through the pack here. I haven't tried my whoosh yet. Getting some recovery. So far, so good, Manaqua. So far, so good. Thanks, Swifty. Forgot a headband. Gonna start fogging up quick. Definitely not warmed up for this. Next one's on 16. Here we go. Next one on 20. Thanks, Swifty. Thanks, Wow So Clutch. No wind, no elevation, just pure flat. There we go. My God, road, yeah. Mine too. Get the heart rate down. Next one's 24. Here comes the group. It's a good race to do your sprint intervals, although I do suggest warming up. He's going to try and mark me now. Which is smart. Warm-ups just waste time and energy. They probably do, but I'm a little, as I hit my mid-50s, I found injuries come a little easier when I don't. All right, this is 24, so this one counts. I'm gonna try and make this a short effort. There he goes. Ah, he's got that one. But the difference is, I'm not burning a match here. $28. You see the difference between the riders and the bots. It's like a 10-second gap after the sprint. 144 to 136. It's a 3-point difference. So if I take 2 more, I should be good. Don't know. There might be. And this lap counts. And I'm going to jump early. Ah! Oh! We got a race, boys. Oh. Yeah. Last two. Oh, he's gone. But victory. Two points. Thanks, Swifty. Thank Manaqua. Hey, Crank Watts, Green Watts. Hey, AJ. They're going to wait and see these results. $12 still to finish. Yeah, this is my first time on it. Crank. A lot of sprint points in a short amount of time. Yeah, like I said, I mean, the good thing about this is good sprint training. You go, you try to recover, you go again. There's some tactics involved. I mean, took enough early on that built that gap. So we would have had to have another 2 laps to have beaten me, or another 2 sprint laps and won both. 6 more to finish. Kind of like this as well. It's almost like a forced cool down. I mean, we're going to check out some other stuff, don't get me wrong. But that was fun. I mean, keep in mind, I'm not ranked in this. I think it's ongoing. So, I don't know how the organizer relays. Yes. Number 1, now I should retire from indieVelo and call it a day. Plus 100. Oh yeah, I don't know what this is. Climbing 0, time trial plus 100, endurance plus 100, sprint plus 1. I have no idea what any of this is. So this must be how they rank you for races. Which, in a sense, if they do it like the CAT system, where if you're, CAT 5, CAT 4, you're winning all the races, you get bumped. Yeah, exactly, people rocks. It's like one and done. Undisputed champ, velodrome, unchallenged. I just felt like there was nothing more for me to prove here, and then that was it. But, I mean, it's cycling, right? Unless you are the best of the best of the best, there's always going to be a dude that's going to spank you somewhere. Thanks for the follow, Manaqua. Appreciate it. All right, now, how do I get out of this? No, I don't want a U-turn. What do we got? Chat. Let's just go. Nice race, which will be thrown into the void. There we go, menu. So average power. So that's interesting because it is a points race, and this is racing orientated. Even though I did not take the checker, you take the win. Something to be mindful of when you do racing, if it's points or otherwise, especially with crits and stuff. So 235 to 233, and then it was just, I believe, everybody's bots. Unless there's team names here. I don't know if those are fake team names or not. I mean, to be honest, I think, Kaboom, Zwifty, if you're still here, is definitely something they should look at. Or an In the Drops team or whatever. Average 209. So normalized power was the same as the other guy. Max was 916, which is good. He also wasn't running a heart rate monitor. You can see he's got 0 and 0, so who knows how hard he was actually working. Yeah, some interesting stuff. It's interesting that all these bots have like heart rates and stuff. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know if I like the bot things. We back pedal. We already have our kit already added. Yeah, I was looking at the teams earlier, and yeah, I think it's cool. I think there's a lot more team jersey kit running around in this, which is awesome to see. So there we go. Let's take a look at some of this other stuff. So summary, 190 watts, power, cadence 180, 137. Oh, I feel a bit of a twinge. That's from not warming up. Max cadence 133, max heart rate 163, 21.3 energy used, normalized power TSS. Critical power curve. Estimated FTP 205. That's low, but who knows? I think last time I tested, I just did a race, I was bumped up 4, so my FTP AI estimated is 270. My last tested was 260 something. So it's interesting. So are you running the team, Crank Green Watts, or somebody else doing that for you? How's that side of things? We think you should be able to improve your personal best from 262 to 275. That's probably accurate. At least 275. I would say that's in the ballpark. Like I said, I think I last tested it was 260 something. I want to say 66. And that's, yeah, so 270. So it's definitely in that ballpark. Estimated FTP, total rides 1, energy taken, options, profile, so that's all that stuff. We're gonna end ride, go to the main menu. So changed everything. So at the end of the ride, we see our estimated FTP has gone up, our critical power, estimated watts, longest distance, fastest speed, average power. Ooh, there we go. So a lot of cool stuff. I kind of like the transition. We just got the kit added by submitting. I don't believe many have it used. This looks interesting though. I reckon it would be cool for team events though. I think that part is probably the coolest thing, to have full-on teams and full team events. I think the focus of this really is racing. So we got events, competitive races, unranked events. So we got elimination races, scratch races, Tour to indieVelo, Base Kank, Amory Bots, group rides, group workouts, we got challenges, which we looked at earlier, train. So this looks very Zwifty, as in Zwift, not Swifty Zwifter. Wonder if you can, indieVelo workouts, custom workouts. Workouts can be created via a variety of third-party editors and imported using common to the menu, and then in an option is a button. Nice. Workouts, ERG, MRC, ZWO, imported. So that's cool. You can upload your stuff. Well, the developer headed up the World Esports Cycling, I believe. Yeah, I mean, that will definitely make a difference. Scheduled workouts. So that's kind of cool. So free ride. A base camp. Quick ride through Mountain Pass, down the other side. Coastal loop. So there's a lot of different things. South side loop, 2.6 kilometers. Some really short ones. Loop the loop, little loops, switchback. Dome to dome. Now let's just do something nice and simple. That is the same as Zwift. The Indy open up an API for workout sync like Zwift are doing. It'd be awesome. I use intervals ICU. Pain to have to transfer ZCO files. Nice. I wonder if there's a way to import trainer road stuff in this. I mean, that's kind of the interesting thing, I guess, is being able to pair in those manners. I know some people just like to see the scenery when they ride as a whole. What do we got? 0.2 torque power meter. We got a 6 km/h wind. I kind of wish there was some wind in that velodrome. I think that that is the thing that interests me the most in all of this, is that there is a wind aspect. I mean, anybody that's raced and done crits and all that kind of stuff will know that the wind really makes a difference on how you can race a course. And wind variability really changes how your strategy goes in a race, and you plan in a race, and where you attack and all that kind of stuff, and where you push and so on and so forth. So it's really kind of interesting in those matters. If you can't export the word from trainer road, then it's just a case of dropping your file into the directory. Showed you before starting the app. Ah, there we go. I wonder if I'm gonna feel the wind as we turn here. I like the little wisps across the, I assume that's showing wind direction a little bit. It's kind of a visual cue to that. Oh, there's definitely bots. or bot pacer bots. So that wins 8. Yeah, you can definitely feel it a bit as you drop out of the draft. I mean, if we look at the Zwift, when Zwift's done and up things and put people kind of off by the price increase, like if you are not a Zwift racer on YouTube, if you don't do the YouTube thing or the Twitch thing, just looking at it and doing that first race, I mean, even if they are just bots, I'm sure that they will adjust. They'll have some sort of intelligent kind of go of things. I mean, this is free. Like, how do you beat that? You can save your money. I need to drop JD. Enjoy. Thanks for streaming a great demonstration of this platform. Appreciate it, Crank Green Watts. Thanks for all the chat and the insight and things. Appreciate it. It's definitely interesting to take a first look at this and get on it myself, and we will catch you later. Appreciate that. So yeah, I just, I mean, given that that this is 100% basically free, you know, what is Zwift? Like, I think it's like $24.99 Canadian, so it's like $300 a year. I mean, that's a good chunk of gear, or getting close. Like, that money that you can save by running something like that for now will definitely make a huge difference. Like, you know, a couple of years of this, or 2-3 years of this, you're at a nice entry-level carbon fiber wheel set, if that's what you're looking for. I mean, you get a set of Raval C38s on sale for $900 Canadian. It won't take you long if you're not spending this kind of stuff. And I mean, if people get organized and organize races, it gets particularly interesting. I know that you know, a lot of Zwifters are doing the competitive race thing, and that's it. We're all doing ZRacing, we're all doing WTRL, we're all doing a whole bunch of things. See, I'm thinking, like, it's impossible to tell who these people are. But I'm thinking this guy's got a team name that he's actually a rider. Let's see. Oh no, I don't want that. Let's see if we got people. See, the thing is, I'm not very social on these things. I know some people, it is a social aspect. That's a thing, and I get that. That's why platforms, like if you really look at things like Peloton, at the end of the day, it's that huge community, being in it, sweating together, chit-chatting, whatever, that makes those communities. So I get it if you're, you know, putting your hay out there and nobody's answering back. It's definitely interesting. Now the graphics are fine. I mean, it's the view that you get on Zwift. You know, there's maybe a little bit more texture to the road, a little bit better textures. You know, there's the water, the mountains, the wind, all that kind of stuff. The sky's a lot more dynamic. It's just kind of cool. Now I know watching some shows there were some complaints about that it was being very green and stuff like that. I think it's any world you run the risk of that. It's where do you want to put your efforts into? Like I said, the sky's pretty nice. I don't know about you guys, but when I ride, it's kind of like taking in everything around. A lot of times I'm watching the road. I find myself actually doing that with games. Like, you're riding the real world enough, you're watching ahead on the road because there's the inevitable potholes that sneak up on you. But I think this is pretty awesome, to be honest. I mean, I definitely have no complaints about what we've done so far. I mean, it feels as good, if not, you know, the same as Zwift. Like, granted, we're not really doing much climbing here. It's pretty flat. But ultimately, pretty good. Pretty good. Feels pretty natural. I'd say this is pretty awesome. All right, it looks like it has uploaded it to Strava. Ooh, my second best 5-second output on that race. Yeah, and there was somebody else there. Javi F. Oh, nice. Well, we're going to go give him a thumbs up because that's awesome. Javi Fonez. So there was more than just me and the Swiss guy in that race. And it definitely, I don't know if you can see that, but that definitely looks like a workout in the sense that there are those power spikes, the drops. That's definitely interval work. So, like I said, that sprint race is, that's super cool. 100% super cool. I don't know. I mean, you get enough people racing in here, it's definitely, it's got the potential. Like I said, I like this whole wind aspect. I like the idea of that. To me, that's intriguing. Very intriguing. I think it looks not bad. Like I said, you know, everything from, we got the profile on the right side of the screen to my effort on the left. I like that a lot. We've got, I mean, everything nearest riders, the groups from the race were in there. I'm not sure what balance is. It's probably, if you have a left-right power meter, I only have a single-sided on both my my road pedals and my my mountain bike pedals. They're both single-sided, so we don't have the luxury of that kind of stuff. We're going so slow. It's okay, we raced, it's okay. Okay, we got Chad. I had fun in my first one. So that's kind of cool. See, and that's the interesting thing. Oops. I'm enjoying more realistic, no cheats. Lots of bots. Oh, there we go. We got lots of people. Wind. Oops. Oh, we got people. We got people, people. We got people. We got people. Look at the people. We got people here. That is interesting. That is awesome. And I felt that downhill. I'm going to tell you right now, that feels like downhill. It definitely lightened up there. Oh, there's a lot of people going. Now, if there was just a better way to chat than me stretching all the way out to my keyboard here. That is cool. So there you go. You now have a social aspect kicking in. I would not say the same about myself. See, and this right here is what's going to cause problems. Is because when people have a good experience and when people have a bad experience, they talk about it. And in particular, it is really easy if you've got friends that ride and they ride bikes and they train and they ride outside and they have an indoor trainer, it is a lot easier to convince somebody to give something a try when it's free like this. And you know, it and as it kind of gets the word out there, we're all loving it. Bit of Z2 bliss tonight. That's awesome. Nice. I love the color coordination between stuff. Oh, this is awesome. I'm gonna have to say that this is really. I had no plan today. It's pouring rain here. I had planned on doing a lot of outdoor riding this week. I had a lot of long distance rides sort of planned have gone to pot. But this is freaking awesome. 100% amazing. Amazing. If I was on Pookie Butt's stream, somebody would just type that in. But sorry, Brian. It's one of my favorite memes, I think. High road, low road. I mean, it's got everything that you're asking for. It's really smart. I think, you know, just talking about Brian here, I was on his stream the other day and we sort of mentioned microtransactions. I really think that in this day and age that a platform like this or my Whoosh, and really what Zwift should have done is made it a environment where you had microtransactions. So for any of you that have kids or play video games, will probably have heard of Fortnite. And at a base level, that game is absolutely free. You just jump on, you play, people play. But where they make their money is the cosmetics for the game itself. So with the jerseys, for example, like this here, having something completely unique, something that's a limited time, it's tied into an event, you know, like maybe the 2024 Giro, since the Giro is on, that you have something that's associated with that event, you know, something like, You work with EF Education, and who have always the custom jerseys because they're predominantly pink and because of the Magna Rosa, they have to change it out. Now, ultimately, at the end of the day, having that kit available to buy during a period of time for a few bucks as a microtransactions, a lot of people will do it just to have something unique. And people will do that over time. And building in things like seasons, like games like Fortnite do, where you can pay for a season and do certain things to unlock certain kits and bikes and all that kind of stuff throughout a game, I think that is a huge way to go. And I think games like Fortnite have proven that those models are sustainable. Same thing like World of Tanks and all these games where you don't really have to pay, but you can buy things within them. Mostly cosmetic. World of Tanks maybe not so cosmetic, but ultimately at the end of the day, cosmetic items. So you can do brand partnerships there, you know, with all sorts of stuff, and that's what you see in Fortnite. Like you'll have specific artists and songs and all sorts of things that can be unlocked as a whole, which I think is very, very cool. I think that's awesome. Archery wouldn't connect, but George says a fix is coming. Menu navigation work okay. So yeah, I had the initial hiccup of connecting, but once we were connected, we were fine. And you guys all saw that were earlier on the stream, figuring this out real time. Oh man, we are like super lazy today. I'm just kind of like taking stuff in, reading stuff, thinking about things too much. I think it's well done. Now this is interesting too, like you can see it's a little more dusky. It's getting a little more blue. See the stars in the sky. Again, you can see the wind, which is behind us currently. So we turn and hit a crosswind here. Head/cross. Like I said, I like that. I like the wind aspect. And I like this visualization of the wind. It's very cool. I do like it. We got about 5K to go. Like I said, if I didn't have months left of Zwift, and the other part of it is too, is that the Zwift community is cool. There are people that I've raced with now for months, and in some cases years. So, I mean, that's hard in the sense that we've got, for those of you who watch Zwift will know I ride in a dirt kit, that dirt's on here as well. But every week we've got WTRL. I don't race the TTTs unless it's raining outside. And I always get emails each week asking if I'm going to race, which makes me feel very loved and wanted. I'm going to be honest. But they're a great group of guys. Like, you know, it's they're always very encouraging. You know, when I joined that team, I was still rehabbing. So I was terrible at that point. Like, I just, you know, and they were awesome. And that's the thing is, like, Zwift will always have that kind of community thing. But, like, as we can see with the chat going here, that there are people here, they're chit-chatting. So that social aspect is growing, and that proposes a real risk, I guess, to Zwift, in the sense that when you've got people chit-chatting and conversing, and you've got them interacting, and that there's actually people here, that's going to grow. Because for some people, and like I said, it's, you know, if you watch Zwifters podcast with Ryan Condon in the drops, it's Nathan, it's, you know, one of the things that came up when these guys were talking about it about a week ago was that they needed that social aspect. And that's definitely, if it's growing and expanding, you know, you're going to have some issues. Again, because at this moment, you know, although the ability to edit stuff for broadcast is very, very intriguing for me, I'm not going to lie. It's, I think, kind of a unique thing. It's, you know, I'll say this about streaming and anything internet-wise and anything channel-wise, like YouTube or Twitch or anything like that, is when you're all on the same platform, streaming the same thing and streaming the same races, you know, your audience is going to look for those little differences sometimes. Through Zwift, that comes through Sauce that most of us use, which I think is a great program, and I pay for that, and I appreciate the development of that. But again, like, you're piling on another cost to something, and for some people that price increase alone is too much. So, you know, when you start adding, you know, another $5, $10, it's it might be too much. But I think this is great. You know, again, at that point, to get those that ability, you are paying for a founder's membership in this, which I think it said was $14.99. Which, again, if you're running one platform, who the hell cares? And I mean, we don't like supporting developers. I know I do, that when they're doing things that I enjoy, I like to support that. Like I said, I kind of wish they'd do the microtransaction thing. I'm kind of interested in the team thing as well. Mainly because, for those of you who don't know me very well, I used to be a tattoo artist. I retired. I know you're going to say, where are all your tattoos? But when you start getting up into areas that you can't see, that's where they live. You always kind of going with the old school thing, you know, you want to be able to go to the bank and look like you're a respectable, outstanding citizen. I grew up in a different time, what can I say? But yeah, it's, you know, the design part of it as well, like just to design a jersey. I always joke about the city I live in. I always joke about making a team, like just the most outrageous team, and just call ourselves the North Calgary Black Metal Cycling Club. It's just, you know, just to be those guys kind of thing. Get some super crazy tattoo kits, like really kind of break the mold. Hey Manitowoc, time for me to jump on the bike. Catch you later. Take her easy, man. I appreciate you coming in, listening to me yammer on, and the follow and everything, watching me race for the first time. Appreciate it so much. Have a great ride, my friend. Appreciate it so much. So yeah, like just having that ability to potentially put something in there, it would be cool. I would be totally into designing jerseys and stuff. And there looks to be a lot. There absolutely looks to be a lot so far. And I think that's super cool. Kind of one of my things, I've always enjoyed games or whatever where you're able to customize to the point that you're able to design your own stuff. Just stupid stuff. I used to design things in Forza to apply to cars, like do custom paint jobs. Like I said, I was a tattoo artist, airbrush artist, done a lot of artwork in my time. So doing those things, kind of fun for me. Just adds to it. I always think about making my own custom jerseys and so on and so forth. And it just, it's a black hole I can go down because those things get really expensive. But I think it's cool. I think just on the base level, having kind of the colors that you like is awesome as well. For those of you who know me in real life know that I either run typically red or black bikes. Like, I mean, I'm pretty basic in that category. So just having a red frame, nice, you know, nice red jersey. Although you can see I typically just wear black, hence the whole black metal discussion for team jerseys. But I think this platform is definitely, if you have never ridden Zwift, if you had never turned on Zwift and your option was pick Zwift, this, Trainer Road, My Whoosh, all that kind of stuff. If you just want to kind of go out, have some little pickup races. Like I said, there were some actual people, because I can see that on Strava, that there were actual people in that race. And just have some fun. And, you know, you're just kind of getting into things, and you've got, you know, the ability to pull in your training workouts from wherever your coach, as long as they're in the format. I don't think you can lose with this platform. I don't think, I can't think of a single reason why that you wouldn't pick this first. You know, it's, we had a good chat going earlier on with people in here on indieVelo. So it is populated by people. If that's your thing, I am not, like I said, outside of streaming, but like typing as I ride and all that kind of stuff, I'm not that dude. I just ride, typically. I'm not here to type and chit chat like MSN Messenger. It's not a thing that I'm into, but a lot of people, they want that aspect. And it's here. It's definitely here. Where are we at? You know, like 400 meters to the end of this course. So it's been a nice little seaside course. Like I said, the texturing's a bit of a thing. Like the texture between the side of the road and the road, there's not really that break. But in a lot of ways, the graphics and the shading is a lot more to it than than Zwift. And I can honestly say, like, I'm running this at like 30 frames a second. I'm not running it high. It'll run up to 60. So, I mean, this stream isn't probably a great representation of, you know, how sharp things probably can be, because I just typically don't do it. I don't do it with Zwift either. It's the numbers and the power and everything like that. Look at that nice little finish line. Got a couple houses. I mean, it's a nice little ride. A nice little ride. We're gonna see what happens when we roll over here. Lap 1 done. Is there 2 laps? Route completed. Lap coastal thing. Oh, I guess I was doing 2 laps. Or maybe I'm not. I don't know. What are we doing? I don't even know what we're doing. I don't even know what I picked. Maybe we picked like 2 laps. But the race experience was good. Like I said, we had some people in there. That was cool. The Swiss guy definitely putting in some effort there. Fun little race. I like the velodrome. I like points races like that. It's that's more up my alley. You know, repeatable efforts. I think it's good, and I think it's a better way to train, in a sense, within a race as well. You have those spiked efforts that you. It's not all about. I mean, Watts are going to win it, but there's a lot more strategy involved in that than there is just kind of like putting the thing. And like I said, I'm going to yammer on about this wind thing probably forever, in the sense that I think that the wind can be a game changer in a race, and how you deal with that and how you pick your stuff. And now we're just going into a headwind. And we're back to, see, it's a little less cloudy now. It's a little brighter. You know, like sandy beach on the one side. Definitely brighter green. Is that snow? What's the white stuff? Or is it like spring pollen? And then I'm gonna basically have to take Sudafed here in 20 minutes. You know what, we're just gonna go the 15K. I mean, why not? All I gotta do today anyways is, I've got a weights workout to do. I'm kind of doing it backwards. I'm thinking Roxy Ruby is a pace bot. Denver Bradshaw from Croatia. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Like, I don't mind that there's bots in the world. I mean, Because I mean, clearly in Zwift, if you're just doing a free ride, it's whatever. I mean, you're not worried about it anyways. And if I was wanting someone to draft, I guess I would just select the bot versus a route. I wonder how much that wind, that's a 6 km/h wind. It's a head cross. We're going to go directly into it in a second as we kind of go around this corner. See, I tend to think that people with team names are people. Yeah, we're about to head this wind smack on. Got a tiny bit of draft. And now we've got none. Draft bar is an interesting thing. Like I said, a lot of people that race have sauce, so they get that information. When having it readily available directly in game, not a bad thing. And having it available to everybody is a thing too. It's when it's not available to everybody, I think it's a little bit of an advantage. But I mean, the reality is, if you are on a ride, you know when you're tucked in. You know when you've got good draft going. You know when you can feel it. You know, if you've been pounding into a headwind and you all of a sudden tuck behind a rider, you know, like you feel that immediately. So, again, I'm going to go on incessantly about the wind. It's, I think it's a dynamic that needs to be definitely there. One thing I haven't talked about is there is no power-ups, which I kind of also like. I mean, I like them in Zwift as well. It's definitely a something that can make or break a race, especially with them being random. Not all power-ups are created equal. And sometimes you have to race a little bit different, knowing what people might have, you know, when to use it, when to save it, all those kind of things. But I also kind of like not having them. I mean, they will need, is there steering in this? There's not. There might be. Somebody had mentioned there is a way to steer. But I don't know what it is, if it even exists. But it becomes, with wind and positioning, it becomes a thing. steering becomes important. And also how you move through the pack. There didn't seem to be a lot of collisions while we were racing, in the sense that you're all sort of merged together. You did kind of have to go to the outside on the velodrome to get round, which is, in reality, that's what it is. If you're racing the velodrome, if you're behind, you've got to come around. No, nobody's letting you in this inside. Like, that's not how that works. You know, person on the front is going to have the best line. Other people are going to have to come around. That's just how it is. And that might mean a little bit of longer distance. Okay, we're like across. We're starting to get like a little push in the back. Again, when we come to this corner here, we'll see a little bit of a shift in the wind. We might see a little bit shift in the speed. Got a little bit of it down. I'm just going to stretch. Straight on crosswind now. Hey, tragic. If it can be, I don't know what it is. But I had heard that too. I heard there's some sort of way to actually integrate the Zwift steering as well with a plug-in. Somebody's working on that. Not that Zwift controllers are available to anybody in Canada anyways. I mean, to be honest, if you could just make it so it's compatible with a Bluetooth controller, like some cheap controller, like I don't even know, just anything, like an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller. Put that on the bars. There we go. Done. I mean, all you need is a directional pad, maybe, or a thumbstick. Thumbstick would be cool. Okay, we got tailwind now. So it would have been nice to have that during the race, but I mean, to be honest, I don't have anything set up and I have to reach super far to hit the keyboard anyways, so. Racing was good. It was enjoyable. There was actual people in it. I know that's been a complaint that there's not a lot of people. There's not a lot of people in the race. There wasn't a lot of bots, but it's definitely, I think I've said it a couple times in this stream, if you don't have Zwift and you're looking to get on a platform, to be honest, I don't know why you wouldn't pick this. Especially if you're just getting into things. I mean, figure out what you want to do, how you want to ride on a trainer, what's important to you. I mean, the fact that you can import workouts, awesome, awesome. Just put your trainer road stuff right on there. Go nuts. It's sweet. I like the fact that you can see I've got trainer at the top, my power meter pedals at the bottom. There's a little bit of variation, but relatively the same. I mean, it's to have that for racing, to have that to make sure that people are what they are. I mean, that's awesome. It's this is good stuff. I'm still getting used to the HUD a little bit, but it's pretty good. And I do like the pack stuff in the racing as well. You know, some of the things that that people are using sauce to do are just built in. And like I was mentioned before, they have the whole Founders Club thing, and you can access, if you're a programming type, and customize your broadcast kind of thing, which is awesome. I'm gonna have to dip into the Discord and see some of the discussions. To see exactly what is what. This has been pretty enjoyable. So how's your day going, Tragic? Oh, I didn't see you followed over there, Beer Bear. Appreciate it. Slowly moving on up. So 2036 includes the bots. Oh, it's nice just to have a nice change of scenery. Hey JD, good day. Changing to some wider handlebars on my trainer bike. Seems to help open up the lungs. Oh, nice. Now on your trainer, are you riding drop bar? Are you riding mountain bike? What you got on there? I mean, there's definitely an advantage to being up. I mean, you're definitely going to not constrict yourself being on like the inside of your drops. Let's see my position. Yeah, you see me here, I'm pretty tight if I'm actually in the bars. So I'm always on the hoods, being lazy. You managed to get some riding in today, or kind of drop bar wood chippers on? Oh, nice. So wood chippers, I'm not familiar with, I know Salsa's stuff, but I imagine that, it's got a nice, we're talking probably gravel and a nice outer flare. Is that what you're going with, kind of thing? I know that this feels so wide compared, because he's got like the Asphero's got a little bit of flare in the bar, whereas my SL8 is like in here, totally different beast. I think it's why I enjoy riding this bike. Big flare out, nice. You know, like I said, it's not super aggressive on my Aspero, but it's enough that when I switch from the road to this bike, that I notice it immediately. I definitely notice it in the drops. And I'm telling you, like, because a lot of you know I was riding for Specialized last year, so I never really rode the Aspero because of my contract. But as soon as I got back on that bike in the spring, and I'm on it now, man, I tell you, like, my advice to anybody that's looking to get a bike, especially a drop bar bike, just get a gravel bike, man. Get an extra set of rims. Put road tires on it if you're going to ride with your road friends. Like, it's way more comfortable. Seems to be able to haunch a bit more power in the sprints as well. Yeah, and it's that'll definitely be a body type thing as well. Like, I am a much bigger, like, broader guy. So I mean, for me, actually out further, I tend, when I'm out of the saddle and sprinting, it's going to make a difference. You're going to enjoy it, man. I think, it's, there's some crazy, I think you can go too far with some of the flares, but let's be honest. It's all about comfort on a gravel bike, man. And for me, gravel bars do it. They definitely do it as a whole. Well, that's awesome. So you able to do that swap without, I imagine that you don't have routed cables through the bars to whatever you're switching from, so hopefully not a pain in the ass for you. I know that bar swaps with things like Aero bars and stuff like that just become a huge pain in the ass when you got to start bleeding your brakes and all that kind of stuff. That's why in the road bike nothing ever gets switched up there unless it breaks. What do we got, like 4K? I said, it's been super enjoyable ride, man. Like, it's kind of nice to be not in Watopia. And like, again, it's some people will be here because of this price increase and stuff, and some people are just checking it out because there's definitely been more talk about this. But even if you have Zwift, just having this to ride once in a while as an external, it's as an alternative, just a nice change. No problems. Older Focus CX bikes, all external. Beautiful. I know in the world of road and all that kind of stuff, internal cable routing and everything along those lines, you know, Aero this, Aero that, wind drag, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's so much easier to work on a bike when it's all externally routed. It's like night and day. It's such not a pain in the ass. It's such a big difference. It's it's so good. Because I tell you, there's nothing worse than like to switch a pair of bars, you got to bleed the entire system. I mean, it's great if you have a full-time mechanic, which none of us do. But even like I do all my own wrenching, and I'll just not do stuff because I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to bleed my brakes. I would put off changing my handlebars on the SL8 for months, even if it was a fit thing, because I just don't want to do it. And then I'm too cheap to pay somebody to do it. But that's awesome. Cross bikes are fun, man. Super fun. I kind of wish I had gone with the Cervelo CX bike instead of the gravel bike sometimes, just because it's got a little bit better handling. It's not as long. This is really just like their road bike, their endurance bike in a lot of ways. I think you've convinced me to try indieVelo out with this ride. It'd be nice to mix it up, like you said. It is. It's some people don't like change. They like familiarity. They just want to go and do these kind of things. I get that, 100%. Routine is a good thing for a lot of people. But, you know, it's also nice to try out new things. I mean, it's just having a new route. I mean, I get stuck in that trap. It's like, I will just go ride Tempest Fusion. I don't know why, I just do. I just, you know, it's like grab a pacer bot and go. But, you know, to the same extent, I'm just typically gonna watch Prime or Netflix or whatever, watch a movie and spin it out and not really care. This, like I said, I've been kind of engaged with this. I've been engaged with the stream, everybody that's been coming on Twitch and YouTube. It's been awesome just to kind of take a look. The race, which I did with no warm-up, was fun. Just having a velodrome, I think that was awesome. Like, why does Zwift not have a velodrome? It just seems like something you would do. See, it's so easy. It's like a big circle. But they had it really good. It was a points race. It was fun. It kind of set it up. It was a nice little interval training thing. It was fun. Just kind of nice. You know, it's the other thing too, is like, I will say this, and especially in winter months, when you're spending hours and hours and hours and hours on the trainer, is that variety is good. I mean, that's why I enjoy streaming and racing, because it gives me something to focus on and sort of distracts me from everything else. So, yeah, it's nice. And like I said, the price, free. I mean, who's going to argue with that? I think the big risk for Zwift here is that people that are not on a yearly plan, that typically drop off on the summer, you know, if I was a person that didn't ride a ton or didn't stream, I would probably shut down Zwift for the summer. And I would just ride this on my trainer days when it's rainy and I got something to do. I mean, it's going to save, you know, $150 over 6 months. It's, I don't know why you wouldn't do it. You know, that's a new handlebar. That's a new something. That's a new, you know, new water bottles, new piece of kit, new something for the bike. Like, it's, and especially in this day and age where a lot of people are strapped or feeling the pinch, I mean, what an amazing alternative to have. It's super good in that regards. Like I said, I've been impressed. It feels good. It feels, I mean, you're still on a trainer, but it feels like riding, you know, it's been pretty smooth. I've enjoyed this. I enjoyed the race. I enjoyed this little ride. We got like 1.1 kilometers left. And we're gonna go work out, go do the gym, have a little shower to go sweat some more. I think today we're doing some squats and deadlifts, which will always be fun. Do you think it will stay free much longer though? I think it will. They have the Founders Club, gives you some options, especially for the broadcast thing. I think that's really smart because guys that do YouTube that want to customize some of this HUD stuff, I would do that 100%. Just to kind of have control over things and, you know, make things look a little bit pretty, but I think the HUD is great. I kind of like it like this. And then the other thing that I said would be great, because they have a ton of teams and a ton of teams have their jerseys and all that kind of stuff. So they have the capacity to add jerseys and so on. I think that if they were smart, and this is what Zwift should have done instead of raising their prices, is that they should do microtransactions. So again, Giro d'Italia, EF Education, for example, they switch their jersey because they can't ride the pink there. So they have their alt jersey. You make that available. You make it a $2 transaction. You get the EF Education jersey. You keep it in your garage for the rest of your thing. And they just add new things every month. New skins, new whatever, new bike skins, you name it. You know, new looking whatever. All cosmetic stuff. You know, different helmets, different whatever. Customize your avatar. Put tattoos on your arms. It doesn't matter. You know, just make them like little microtransactions. You'll make a fortune. Because any of us will spend $2 on a day for some kind of whimsy thing because it's just $2. Who cares? And you'll do that. And you might do that 10 times in a month and pay more than you would monthly, but you feel like you're getting something beyond it and unique and so on and so forth. And you'll just kind of do it. I think it will stay free for a while. I mean, it's still beta. It might change. I mean, I'm going to try to ride on this a little bit more. 2 laps done. Okay, so it just keeps on going. I wasn't sure. I thought I selected like 1 lap. So I ended up doing 2, which is okay. I want to see what happens at the end here. At the race, it was cool because it made you wait till the end to show you all the results, till everybody finished kind of thing. It was kind of awesome. So we got that menu. Oh, that's kind of neat. So what do we have? We got, again, we got estimated FTP. Some of these things changed after the first race. VO2 max. We got a summary. Our average power for this ride, 112 watts. Like I said, this cooled down after the race. Max power, 334. Distance ridden, height climbed, TSS. Nice little map, like you kind of get that in YouTube as well, or sorry, YouTube, in Zwift as well. So you get all your kind of spikes, cadence distribution. I like that to see where you are. I don't like where I'm sitting. I should be sitting here most of the time, even when I'm doing light stuff. Your heart rate distribution, you can see I was working pretty light, which is good. We're all zone 2. Power distribution, obviously light. What else we got? Critical power, you'll see the graph. So you got your 90-day versus your ride. It will compare both, which is cool. What else do we have? We got profile, so avatar display, follow friends, training zones, activity history, ranking history. So these went up by 100, sprint, endurance, and time trial. I don't know what they mean. It looks like the start of a graph. I think these will probably be, my guess, these colors are levels. Just speculation, I don't know. Like I said, we've only done one race. So, and then we got critical power. And then it just falls off the end of the planet. I like that this little analysis here. I think this is fairly accurate. Personal best from 262 to 275. I did have an FTP increase the other day. AI detected I should be about 270. So it's right in that range because I did test my last actual physical FTP test was at 266. So it's falling right in that range. Confidence 83%. I don't know what that is. And I think that's it. So we've got options. So we've got pair equipment UI settings. I want to take a look at the UI settings now that I've been. Screenshot, save as PNG. Show HUD. Pan slowly, overhead. Show world data. Minimap position near and behind. Color spectrum. Marker color on profiles. Always sunny. Oh, you can turn off night and free ride. Show main input data, show power meter, show average max. I want to turn that on. Smoothing 3 seconds, graph transparency, workout data groups, so on and so forth. Brake indicator. I don't know anything about brake. Show FPS, frames per second, don't care. Chat duration, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. 2 minutes seems like reasonable. Seems completely reasonable. We'll go okay. We'll end ride. We'll go okay. So I had this earlier and it was just a big dump of list. Because obviously first ride everything is going to change. So our longest distance is increased from 21, which was the race earlier, to 32. So we've done 53 kilometers for the day. Total elevation 85 meters, which is absolutely pathetic. Best average power over 40 meters, 123 watts. Is that what it is? 40 meters? Best average power over 1 hour, 115, because the race was less than that. Total distance ridden, 54.1 today. An hour and 49 minutes, 889 kilocalories. All seems good. Looks like our avatar is just kind of like riding. I kind of like how it does this whole world thing. Okay, so these are all the pace spots. I missed that. Well, that's cool. And they're all different routes. Oh. Now I like that. I like the pace bots that it shows what your average power is going to be. So it shows you your power range. You're going to range from 165 to 205, 195, 235. I like that. That's it's a better way to do things, I think. Ooh, I really like that. I do like that. The issue is, I don't know how to actually exit this. Friday sprints, group workout, sprinters climb, time trial, 1 laps, 3.4, 33 meters. That's kind of interesting. I'm almost tempted to do another race here. Time trial, all riders start together. Shortest time winner, there is no draft. Pen size 20, normal ability range matchmaking. Note, riders may automatically be removed from this event if judged competitively. Complete time trial in the fastest you can, results count. You got your profile, kind of like that. Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Oh, there's the exit and the options. If you look in the options, there you go. Appreciate everybody that kind of came in. I know it's an impromptu stream that normally today we have the Power Meter Pedals video drop today. So if you want to go watch that, that is greatly appreciated. We've been streaming for like 2.5 hours now on a Wednesday, which we never do during the day. So I appreciate everybody that just kind of dropped in, said hello, Tragic, Zwifty. We had a ton of people in earlier watching the race. I super appreciate that, guys. Crank Green Watts, Beetle Rocks, AJ, Zwifty. It's all good. I noticed some people did the redeems during there. I don't know if that screwed things up because I was messing with some stuff earlier. But yeah, no, it's I appreciate it, guys. If you've enjoyed this, please do smash the like button. If you want to see more indieVelo content, by all means, do that. We're going to deep dive into some stuff as well. We're going to see what else we can do. I'm very, like I said, we'll just jump into that for a second. The broadcast settings. This is what interests me. Broadcast live JSON formatted UI, real-time data while you ride. This could be used for mods, custom UI, overlays, skinning, streaming, and broadcasting. You do have to go to apply to join an indieVelo for the Founders Club, which is fine. I think, yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. It's I don't even know. Can I click on these? I can't. I can't. Post to URL. Post to URL. Yeah, it's all pretty cool. So, anyways, guys, again, appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're gonna have to check out this organized events too, like at a later date. I think this has a lot of potential as well. The fact that you can organize an event. I'm not sure if you can do broadcast stream. Oh, there's so much to check out here. So much to check out. It's, I don't know how that thumbs up came. How did that thumbs up come? Anyways, appreciate it, guys. You guys are awesome. There's a whole bunch to check out here. Thanks, Tragic. And you enjoy your new bars and have a great ride. Hey, Scott. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, we got a lot to check out here. So far, I'm impressed. It was a fun race, good time. Just nice to do something different. And like I said it too much during the stream, but I think the wind for me is a big win. The fact that you've got headwinds and crosswinds and all that kind of stuff in events, it's fantastic. Anyways, guys, please remember, like, comment, subscribe. If you're over on Twitch, please do give us a follow. We will catch you all very, very soon. And till next time, see ya.